Good morning everybody, and this is your SP 500 setups for today. So yeah, Friday was not quite as expected. I was actually expecting it just to range around and muck around in the zone that it was in, but we basically closed below some fairly strong weekly resistance. So you can see there was not quite the last line of defense. There obviously would be this level here as well, which is where we tag. But that's the zone that we need to pay attention to. Two massive big red weekly bars into the zone. Still concerned about the oscillators at the moment, so I'm not entirely convinced yet that we have a proper break that has closed below some of the levels, so you need to just be cautious with it. But yeah, I think we'll see more on the lower time frames at the moment. But I think in the higher time frames, still a little bit risky to be chasing shorts. This flag move here, which was that one there, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I said to you that downside target is going to be tough to get to because of the zone that we are in at the moment. So nevertheless, let's just get down through the time frames and see what we have here. So again, trend is down. There's no two ways about that. There's definitely a downward trend. As you can see, it was really just the last 6 hours of the session. So basically when the US opened, that actually we had this chaos. So we now have a fairly strong bit of divergence here. So I'm just going to adjust this to this pin bar here. You can see it's put there. That's my level. And then I'll have to bring this one in, but we're actually above it at the moment, and we've got a big gap. So I don't think there was anything else to the left that we need to worry about. Well, not that close anyway. You can see I think we've got enough levels in there, but if you look all the way back here to May, so it's the 8th of May and the 10th, 15th of May, you can see we had this range here where we came and tested it. We were stuck in the range, out, came back to test it, and then broke away from it. So there's lots of levels, micro levels in here, which will affect price. So the zone is fairly strong. It's not something to pull your nose up at anyway. So let's just get to the hour, and while we're getting the charts, don't forget to just smash that like button quickly. Just that one bottom right corner there works very well. Just hit it. Right, so you can see there wasn't really a trade yet, to be honest. We'll probably see, in hindsight being a perfect science, we'll probably see something here in the 5 minutes or the 15 minute as the market opened here. But we were sideways. And like I said to you, we had to break through this 41.26. We had to break through that properly and then retest it and come back down. So that break has happened, but the retest hasn't happened. So there's your level to the upside again, and that's 41.50, and all the way down here, this is 41.06. So this is what we need to reclaim. Now the trend is down, so we're looking for a rejection of 41.50 right now, and I would anticipate, if we do get that rejection, I would anticipate a close of this gap. This level here at 41.26 may very well just hold up price, so just be careful about that. We've got a fairly big gap up, and then we've gone sideways, so nothing really to write home about yet. I just want to see if this would have offered anything. Nothing there, but if you look at that pattern there, story of threes, oscillators don't help, and then look left, you can see pin bars in this region. You can see lots of tails here. There's a cluster as well, so that would have been the zone, and you did reject it twice. So there probably was an opportunity, hindsight being a perfect science, but with all the earnings results coming out, obviously the volatility is quite high. So There is a couple of things that have been brewing over the weekend. Obviously, there's a lot of noise around military action in the Middle East, and it's not just Israel, Gaza. The US are now suddenly getting involved, positioning war aircraft carriers and also planes with tanks and all sorts of things that are landing in airports all over the place. So who knows what's about to brew next. Every US president, bar Trump, wants a war. So who knows what they're trying to get to now at the moment. But there's also, if you just do a little bit of homework, you'll notice that there's some of the US Senate individuals, so in other words, the politicians, that have started building up stock portfolios of companies that benefit from war. So somebody always knows, as they say, so that is something which we need to pay attention to, because that does sort of materialize. You're going to find a very strong dollar, and then you're going to have, depending on what happens, but you could have a market crash, or you could have sort of another quick dip down and then build a base, and then forward looking, move back the upside. But I think for now, touch and go. We've got quite a bit of structure, which I would be a little bit hesitant at the moment. I'm very, very wary at the moment for some reason, and I'm just trusting my gut at the moment. But you can see that with this gap up in the 50-minute, we're sort of in this zone here. So I would be paying it. Just come back to the hour. Look for structure on the hour. And you can see this level here, which is the 15-minute. I don't really trust it. That's 41.50. So 41.40. So 41.50 would be a level that I would be paying attention to for another leg down to at least close this gap. That's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. The other option here is to be down on the 5-minute, and then you'll see there's a lot more structure on the 5-minute. And if I just take that one, see how the buyers were trying to prop this up before eventually bailing. So that is where we are at the moment. So if you do this on the 5-minute, that's the zone. So I'm looking for a break retest here. That's going to give me 60, 70 point stop loss for a move to about for 100-point gain. So a little bit less than a 1-to-1, a little bit more than 1-to-1, sorry, risk to reward. So that would typically be the short that I'd be looking at. But I'm very hesitant at the moment. There's diversions here on the 3-hour, and you keep getting these big exhaustion bars onto structure, then a gradual grind up, and then another big exhaustion bar onto structure. So, and you can see there's these levels that we're playing with at the moment. There's nothing here on the 3-hour that is close by, and one of them is a weekly level. And if you go left, you see what I'm talking about. So come back to April and May. Look at all this chaos here. So this is obviously going to offer some form of resistance, but if we do start getting above these levels and start building a base, it's going to flip back into support. So I think what I'm getting at is that red bar from the last week could very well be seen as a exhaustion bar. It's an exhaustion bar into a very strong area of potential support. That's what we're getting at. So I'm kind of cautious. There should be one more short, and I think that's going to be off a 5 or 15-minute chart. From where we are here, I'd expect a break. I don't think this gap's going to be left, and we'll come back and close the gap. And then it's going to be about this level here at 4100, whether we're going to break below it and come back and retest it on the daily, and that may trigger further shorts from there. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we're probably going to swing, be volatile, and try and recapture the weekly level to the upside, which is 41.50 first and then 4100. So those would be the ones to the upside. So yeah, short scalp first, and then you may find that you're going to be building a base here. You need to just pay attention to this. So close the gap, get above here, build a base, and then you're going to be looking to come and test those levels. Keep the 15 minutes as your point of reference. We do have a crossover here, but until we cross the 150 here, the trend is down. So you're looking to be short. You're just not looking to hold on to those shorts. Anyway, hope that helps you somewhat, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.